regarding automobiles, yeah. Today's project, you'll see another video about the painting that I'm sort of finishing it off today. But while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, I figure I'd get to the power steering leak. Pump, I think, is fine. It could just be the O-ring around the reservoir. I'm not sure yet, but the whole reservoir is covered in leak. I'm gonna get under the car, take a look at the pump itself, and see if the hose is leaking. I have parts. I have the O-ring for the lid on it, but I also have a whole new pipe, or the pipe that goes from the reservoir down to the pump. So we'll see if we need to replace both. I watched a video on it, so it should be fine. Well, it's full. I think I put some in. I can't remember. Anyway. So we'll just put the lid aside for now. So I need to get all that fluid out, but I don't have a fluid extractor. What I do have is this dollar store turkey baster, which I was told will do an adequate job. So let me show if I can show the color of this. It's kind of like a brown. I have no idea what color it's supposed to be. Guess I'll find out. I have new stuff, so. Once the reservoir was empty, I just had to remove this top pinch clip or PEX clip, whatever you want to call it. It's a plumbing clip. So it took a little bit of bending, a little bit of fighting, but eventually I got it off. Then it was time to go under the car and do the bottom side. Once you're under there, this is what it looks like when you're looking upwards. You can see the power steering pump, and you can see the reservoir tube coming into it. You'll also notice that it just so happens that whatever the frequency of the LED lights I was using to light underneath the car, the action cam I was using under there didn't really like it, but just flickers a little. Once again, I had to fight with this stupid clip. Ended up bringing in, I tried some sheet metal cutters. They didn't work. They wouldn't really fit in there, so I went and got my bolt cutters, and eventually they were able to cut it, and I was able to pull it off. Now it came time to try to wiggle this hose off of the actual pump. And the video online said, cut it off with a razor, it can get attached. And I thought, nah, I'll just be able to pry it off with a screwdriver or something with a flathead. And obviously, you don't want to do that because you end up doing this. Fuck. Or this. Fuck. Yeah, that second one drew blood. So here's me actually cutting it with a razor. and you'll see instantly that the pressure gets relieved because all the extra power steering fluid comes out. But don't worry, I was wearing safety goggles, and I had a catch there for all the fluid that was flowing out of it. Once the fluid was drained, it was pretty easy to pull the hose off. The hard part was actually trying to get the clips that came with it back on. Okay, so after struggling with the hose for a while, I've come to the conclusion that those PEX pinch ring hose clamps, whatever they're called, are the devil. They're a pain in the ass to get off, and they're a pain in the ass to get on. And I don't even have the proper tool to crimp them, so I don't know why they wouldn't have just included normal worm clamps. I guess it's not as OEM looking. Anyway, I went out and bought some worm clamps, so that's the next step. Get those back on, and get the fluid back in. Okay, so this is the lid. It's kind of dark in here, I think, but this is the lid. Cleaned it off, and what I'm going to do is just take the ring that's out of this, because sometimes that can cause the leak too through the whole reservoir. So I'm just gonna grab a pick here. Oh, yeah, wow, it's really in there. Okay. Got it off. I don't know if you can see it. Try and put it on something. The new one costs about $5, I think, $5-10. Honestly, it's possible this was, it's a little deformed. But it's possible that was replaced more recently than everything else in the car, so that's good. Anyway, I'll just put the shut back on. Bam, snaps into place super easy. So I've got this stuff. I have 2 cans of it. Actually, the guy I bought the car from gave me some because he said it was hard to find. I got some more online. It's 1 liter. I'm pretty sure you need one, and this isn't full. Pretty sure you need 1 liter total. So we'll fill it until, oh, it's green. So the real color is green, not that weird brown. Okay, so I filled it to near full. Now what I need to do is start the car and turn the wheel from side to side, and that should move the fluid into the system. Okay, I may have lied. I have to check the level of the power steering fluid after I turn the wheel. Okay, so it's a little low, but not much. I think the rest of this can will do it. Or there was nothing left in that can. It's just a heavy can. Okay, second can of this stuff. I think I only need a tiny, I know I only need a tiny little bit. Okay, it's maybe a little overfull. I don't know what happens if it's overfull. Suppose I take some out. And just for reference, this is the color it's supposed to be. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, now we're actually done.